Welcome back to the show, and I am joined by my friend Flying Rich. Today, we're going to be talking about a story out of Hawaii and Hawaii's dirty tricks, which our friends over at 2A Law, Steven Stambolia, actually predicted this. So I'm going to give him a credit, but this is kind of funny. Rich, how are you doing this morning?
Miserable. How are you doing, Crumpy?
Miserable. All right. Yeah, I got sick. I went to California, got sick. Okay, so a while ago, in cases such as Young and other cases, Hawaii got sued over the banning of open carry of non-firearm weapons, such as like knives and stuff like that. During the case, it went up to the Ninth Circuit, where Hawaii was going to lose. And this would have got our friend Steven a lot of money for attorney fees. But instead of taking the L, Hawaii did what Hawaii does, and they mooted the law by changing the law to allow the open carrying of non-firearm weapons, which was great. And everyone thought, hey, this is a victory. They are changing it. Well, Hawaii, in their infinite wisdom, maybe in the aloha spirit, has introduced SB 433. And you know what SB 433 does?
I'm guessing from the title, bans open carry.
It bans open carry of non-firearms.
So are they rope-a-doping Steven Stambolier?
Well, a lot of people. Basically they're gonna change it back to the way it was.
So rabbit season, duck season.
Yeah, well, one of the things that they're saying is, well, you can still use the defense, that they're in common use for self-defense, but this is only after you get charged, and it's going to be on your own dime. So you can use that as a defense. We don't have to listen to you, but you can use it as a defense, and it doesn't prevent you from getting arrested either. So basically, they're going back to the way it was after they mooted all the cases. All the cases were dead, so they can't be revived. So it's going to kick off a bunch of new cases.
So this isn't. Look, I know Steven was hot about this, like
437,000 reasons why he would be hot about it.
Hot about this. So now they've plowed the field, and they're like saying, hey, it's fertile for you to do this again. Waste your time and resources doing it.
Well, the whole thing is, if they get sued again, it's going to go all the way up, and they're going to just moot the case again.
Unbelievable. That is, I would be like terrified to talk to Steven right now.
I talked to him about it. He was indifferent. He was like, yeah, I knew it was going to happen.
Really? Oh, well, he's been there, done that, and seen it.
Yeah, so this is introduced by Rhodes, Chang, and Elefante are the people that introduced the bill.
So it's introduced. It isn't law yet.
It was introduced on the 16th. They had a committee hearing on it. So basically, it passed the first reading, and there is a public hearing scheduled today at 3 p.m. Hawaii time.
And who's the lawyer that handles most of the Hawaii cases?
Oh, you mean Alan Beck?
Beck. So Beck, does he live in California? Or?
Yeah, he lives in San Diego.
So he's not able to be in Hawaii instantaneously.
Well, it's gonna be video conference anyway. But Steven points out that he has a feeling that the current case that's up in front of the Supreme Court, where arguments was heard, and it looks like they're going to lose, he has a feeling that Hawaii is going to try to moot that case as well, and then reintroduce it back like a year later.
Wow. What it and the thing, so I have a severe personality defect about reciprocity. If you or I did this in a business situation, it's like if the government said, "Oh, you've got to charge sales tax in all these states," and we're like, "Okay, we're charging sales tax," and the next day we stop, they would throw our asses in jail. It's amazing to me that they get away with the criminality that they would put any average citizen away for.
Welcome to the United States justice system. But
Well,
this is just
so
ridiculous.
I'm gonna differ with you on this. So, he says the Ninth only cares about the money. No, they only care about effing with our rights and getting their way and doing whatever they can to shove a stick in our spokes. That's all they care about.
Yeah, New York State did do this a lot.
Oh,
So
wait.
Fat Man, you're great. It's
FGM.
the original New York State Pistol Rifle Association case was a similar case where in New York City, you couldn't transport guns in or out of the city to go shooting, and there was no ranges in Manhattan, for example. So therefore, you can never take your gun out and shoot anywhere because you weren't allowed to remove it from the city or bring a gun into the city. That they mooted by changing the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm sure, Stephen, I'm a little worked up about this because first off, Bruin to me has not had any kind of satisfaction. New York continues to spite the Bruin decision.
I mean, the Bruins have done it. Has it? There, I would have to disagree with you on that. There's a lot of cases that relied on Bruin.
Yes, Bruin is much more far-reaching than New York, but New York, the core of what Bruin was about was carrying in New York State, and New York State continues to, just ignore most of what Bruin is about.
Even in New York, Bruin has gotten out-of-state permits because of in the Higbee case, which referenced Bruin directly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you mean I can apply for a carry permit in New York?
Yes.
Oh, guess what I'm doing later today?
There you go. Because of Higbee, you can get an out-of-state permit in New York now.
To carry in Manhattan?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't. All right, so Jim here says Bruin, McDonald, and Heller don't really mean it. They do. They've done significant things for the good, but unfortunately, these criminal governments continue to thwart whatever the law currently is.
Maybe they're doing the Aloha spirit.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites. That's. Show me in any kind of law, legal doctrine where the Aloha spirit has any historical meaning. That's. Did King Kamehameha, wasn't he a warrior?
Yeah, he was a warrior.
Didn't he carry weapons?
No, of course not. Of course not. I think when they were referring to the Aloha spirit, I think what they were referring to is the 28th Amendment.
28th Amendment. Is there a 28th Amendment? Are you trying to F with me?
Yeah. There's no 28th Amendment.
Okay. All right. I'm sick and I'm taking all sorts of meds.
Yeah, like 27th Amendment is the last amendment, and that deals with a congressional compensation.
And I believe that amendment lay dormant for like decades until some like college student wrote a paper on it. If I'm correct on that one.
Something like that.
Yeah, like it stopped in the ratification. So is it 3/4, 2/3 of the states have to ratify it?
Yeah. Oh, there's Steven right there.
Yep.
In a certain time frame.
Yeah.
Hawaii is a bad actor. We were talking about that, Steven, and we were talking about you actually and Young, and why you have 437,000 reasons to be pissed off at Hawaii.
I'm surprised he's not running in the direction of Hawaii right now to like strangle some of these people. Maybe I should cast that dispersion upon him.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
Well, while I'm there's got to be some reasonable way to do this, and I'm not for riots and tarring and feathering in the classic. You know, if you don't like the guy in government in your town in the 17 and 1800s, you burn his house down. I'm not for that. But holy cow, they have no fear. They have no frickin' fear of us.
Yeah, they don't.
And it's unbelievable that there's I'm not for all of these violent actions, but there's got to be a way to get it across to them.
Yeah, there you go.
And here, yeah, Stephen has no desire to litigate in the Ninth Circuit anymore because they're going to screw him in the end. They're going to rug pull him at the last minute.
They do. They don't want. Somebody said that the Ninth Circuit will be pissed off. I don't think that they will.
They're probably cheering it.
You know, I don't think they will. If they knew exactly what was going to happen.
Keep hitting the wrong.
They knew exactly what was going to happen with this.
Wow. I am hoping this is just one of those minor saber rattling things where they're floating a trial balloon or somebody's doing it to please a constituent.
I think
you think they're fully on board with this BS. Yeah. After they got their ass handed to them in the legal system, they're going for a second bite of that.
Yep. I believe so. I definitely believe so. Van Dyke's a good guy.
Yeah.
Who was that?
He was at SHOT Show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are a couple of people at SHOT Show I missed. Oh, do we have to say hi to the people watching us from SHOT Show? The special person? Hi.
Hi.
You know who you are.
Yeah, I already said your theory about how they're gonna do in Yukataki. But that's it, guys. Just wanted to let you know how Hawaii is dumb and unfair. And with that, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, Jacob, for watching. But yeah, definitely check out 2A Law, youtube.com/@2ALaw. Great attorney, great content, and one of the up and coming YouTubers who I think is going to be huge, like probably soon. So I would get on board right now.
No 6-3 Supreme Court decisions.
No, I think the Hawaii case in the Supreme Court can be a 7-2, but that's just me. All right. And I will see you guys later.